this week on The Jam, we have partnered with Finishing Chicago to start rebuilding Chicago. And yesterday we learned about how gentrification is affecting those in the 6th Ward. So today, in part 2 of Rebuilding Chicago, we meet Stephanie Hart. She's the owner of Brown Sugar Bakery on 75th Street. The Jam's Guiterrez has her story.
As we know, gentrification is hitting communities in the city of Chicago, and business owners are starting to feel that impact. But communities here on 75th are making sure that they're keeping their American dream alive, like this shop right here, Brown Sugar Bakery.
Brown Sugar Bakery is near and dear to my palate. After I perfected the cake for me and started sharing with people, they wanted more and more and more cake. And then I just decided, let me try it. And I started off selling wholesale to restaurants. So I didn't have a storefront to begin with. I sold pieces of cake at restaurants. In 2004, I opened up officially on 75th Street and started the process of building a retail business. I can tell you it's probably the most challenging thing I've ever done. I feel like I was incubated by a community. And so 2016, we finally were able to open up at Navy Pier, 12 years after we started this business. It took me 2 years to figure that project out. The next expansion for us was to 4800 West Chicago Avenue. This gave me an opportunity to anchor in another community like this one. So 75th Street for me is everything. I think that we have a wonderful street here that is very unique, not just unique to Chicago, but unique nationwide.
Hey, Steph.
Hey
Girl,
there.
How are you?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm
Welcome
doing
to Brown Sugar.
Thank you so much. I'm doing so well, but I wanted to ask you, so there's a ton of places that you are located in the city of Chicago. Why hang out and stay here on 75th?
75th Street is such a great opportunity for an entrepreneur like myself to be anchored in a community that has so many businesses that have been around for a long time. I feel like this is a great place for me to grow and add longevity. And I have a cool service that, you know, is kind of a dying breed in the community, right? So I think that what we do is we kind of fill that void for, you know, your grandma that made the cake or your auntie that made the cake, that kind of home feeling.
Really quickly, I want to ask you about gentrification, because we know that it's hitting communities that I grew up in, Pilsen, Little Village. Do you see that with your customers? Do you see that with people walking down the streets? What do you
I absolutely see it, and I'm really glad about it, because it tells me even if the people aren't moving into this neighborhood, they're experiencing this neighborhood. So I'm extremely proud to be part of a renaissance of tourism on 75th Street. People are coming from everywhere, from universities, from different neighborhoods, to visit this area for the experience of barbecue and healthy soul food, a vegan restaurant, and Brown Sugar Bakery.
You don't want to miss that one.
I don't want to miss that one.
All right, Stephanie, we have a surprise for you. So I'm going to bring in someone. Clark, come on in, please. Hey, how's it going? So Clark is from Finishing Chicago.
You surprising me, Clark.
Good to see you.
So Clark, I want to ask you, what are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Actually, you know what? Finishing Chicago came over here and we looked at Brown Sugar Bakery and what you've done in the community, which is fantastic. You're a staple in this community, and we are proud to help you out and redecorate your place. So we are thrilled to rebuild in Chicago. We're so excited to do this project for you. And we want you to be healthy and happy for years to come. Congratulations.
Gosh, I got a throwback. You got to do the throwback of the tears. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get to work. Thank you so much, Clark, Stephanie.
Hard not to get goosebumps with that one.
That reaction was so genuine, too.
It gives you all the feels, because you know how much entrepreneurs put into their businesses, and they're responsible for the business as well as all the employees. So to strengthen it, you're strengthening a community for sure.
Feel good story right there. And if you know a business in your community that could use a facelift from the Jam and Finishing Chicago, please let us know by heading to thejamtvshow.com.
Yes, all you have to do is tell us a little bit about the business and how they have an impact on your community.
And make sure you tune in tomorrow for part 3 of Rebuilding Chicago when Stephanie meets with mentor and TV personality Star Jones. Find out what advice she has for this bakery owner.
Just keeps getting better, everybody. And once again, thank you to our partners at Finishing Chicago for their support in rebuilding Chicago.